before we get started about the phrase that my Zen teacher used to say: the precepts, when you are you, the precepts will keep themselves. And I think gets to the point pretty quickly. What does that mean? The precepts will keep themselves. It means you're conscious. You've given up being the egoic voice in the head, and you're fully conscious of your thinking. When you're fully conscious of your thinking, you don't hurt other people. You don't make mistakes. You don't infringe on anybody else's personal freedom, because that's always ego. And why is it difficult to do? Because our voice in our head has become our identity. We think that's me talking. But the more you realize, and the more that you practice in meditation of watching your thoughts, the more you realize you're the one that's able to watch the thoughts, and you give up the identity of being the thinker. And that makes programs so much easier to deconstruct, because you're not the person that's feeling attacked and automatically responding. You're in the seat of awareness, and you recognize that your ego is automatically responding in the way that it always has to any kind of an attack or criticism, or almost every situation. The ego has an automatic response. So when you're watching the mind, as you watch it, as you begin to follow your stream of thought, you recognize these programs as they're going off, and you're able to unarm them before you react. And there will still be some that get through. I find that that I'm pretty good at de-arming most of my programs, but every once in a while, somebody, a quick lightning attack will come in from somewhere, and before I'm conscious of my thoughts respond. I wasn't there. Consciousness wasn't there to filter that thought. But it's usually a pretty strong thing. I know I had it happen not too long ago when I was coming out of Publix, and I was backing up, and I didn't see this person behind me. They were walking, and I was looked out both sides, and I looked in my rearview mirror, and I never saw anything, so I backed up. All of a sudden, I have this person banging on my side of my car and yelling in my face. I forget exactly what she yelled, but it just totally cut me out of the blue, and I responded immediately. I didn't have time to be conscious, and then, but very quickly, what I noticed is that was a rare thing, and I was kind of in awe that I'd had this fight sensation come through my body and mind. And then, but within 10 seconds, it was over, and then I was back in the seat of awareness, and I was like, okay, wait a second, program just went off, and it wasn't good. So be on the lookout for that. I think that's what meditation is designed to do. I think it's a process of becoming conscious. And the more that you are aware of your thoughts, the more conscious you are. So today in our meditation, if your mind's busy, that's perfectly all right, because you are you. When you're watching your mind and you're aware of every thought that's coming through your mind, that's not a problem. You're the conscious awareness that is aware of that. You're no longer identified with the thought. So let's go inside and just let everything go. And that's the easiest way to meditate, is just to let go. And by that, I mean let go of the tension in your body, of course. Every muscle in your body. And give it a little time. Let your body become heavier, sink, give up all of its tension. And hopefully you're all good at this now. And you can let go of even the subtle tensions that are in your joints. That's true relaxation. And that's a great meditation in itself. Just turning your awareness to your body and completely putting it at ease. And that's a rare thing. Most people are never really that at ease. They'll be sitting in a chair, but they'll be tense, or they'll be watching TV in their body, or they'll be totally unaware of the amount of tension in their body. So that's already starting to awaken you every time you pay attention to the amount of tension in your body, the stress. And that's a very healthy thing to do, is to relieve your body of stress. So now that we're relaxed, start to notice space between thoughts, the empty space of the room you're in. And then think about the space in every atom that is matter. Every atom is mostly space. So space is the canvas for all experience, but we hardly ever pay attention to it. Paying attention to space is one of the highest meditations you can do because it is you. You're the spacious awareness in which all of your experiences happen. So being aware of the stillness that's always there, you enter the stillness. You actually become the stillness. Because what's conscious in us is always still. It's always whole. It's never threatened. And all we ever have to do to achieve that or to move into that is to step back from being the mind and the body and step back into that seat of awareness of just being aware. So you're probably feeling your bodies now if you're still in touch with the relaxing, and feel the energy in the body. Allow your attention to just focus on the sensation of the energy of your body. It becomes like a power plant. The more my attention is on the energy of my body, the more it seems to increase in energy. And that's a wonderful thing for your immune system and for healing. That's how our bodies heal themselves. That prana, the chi that you're feeling in your body coursing through every nerve is healing energy. And feel the energy in your brain, even though we're not using our brains right now so much. They're still at work, controlling digestion and every aspect of our physical body. And by removing dialogue, the brain gets cleansed as well, and the energy increases. We have way too much dialogue, especially when you realize that the dialogue, the person talking in that inner dialogue, is ego. It's always got something to say about everything. So step back from that now. We're relaxed and feeling. And the mind will try to get your attention throughout our meditation at some point, and that's fine. You'll get to where you just smile when your mind comes and takes you away or tries to. But it's as simple as letting go. This is if you let go of an object, you're holding a pen or something, and you just let it drop. It's the same for that inner dialogue. Once you become aware of it, once you're conscious, you'll recognize the dialogue and you'll drop it. And that creates a stream of conscious awakening. So don't worry about anything the mind says because that's attachment. Recognize the mind for what it is. It's your tool. It's the way you navigate through the world, but it's not who you are. Who you are is that silent awareness that is waking up every time you put some space, every time you step back from thinking to the position of watching. It's such a subtle and easy shift, but we've been attached too many years to that voice. That's me talking. That was me that responded in the parking lot when the girl banged on the side of my car. It's the ego. What's conscious was behind all of that, the awareness in which your life happens. So let's just rest for a while. Stay relaxed. Notice all the things that are there when the dialogue is not. You're still hearing and feeling, smelling and tasting. And if your eyes are open, seeing. It's just the storyteller, the ego, that has disappeared for a moment. What a relief. Being the voice in your head is exhausting. See clearly that you are you when you step back from thinking. You're still there when thinking is not. You can rest in the silence of the breath. Each breath comes and goes from that beautiful stillness. You are the stillness. And anything that you're aware of is happening in you, is it not? When you're sitting in the seat of awareness, the sounds that you hear are happening in you, not outside of you. Everything is within you. The mind would probably want to argue with that. Is the thinker creating problems now or trying to get your attention? Stay conscious. The mind's best trick is to get you to identify with it. Is the voice in your head panicking? Stay relaxed. When you're relaxed and at ease, there's no dialogue, there's no effort. When you make an identity of the voice in your head, everything in you gets tense. Did your mind make a problem of that? So obvious how easily our minds make problems out of the smallest thing. The inner I that I am is always silent. It's the mind that talks. Whenever I relax, feel, and listen, I become fully me. It's the you that my Zen teacher was speaking of. If you need to make an identity of something, why not the breath instead of the mind? within just a few seconds of resting in the identity of stillness. You won't want to talk. What's better than being still? Notice when the mind is still, you're completely in touch with your body, your breath, the sounds and the feelings, the senses. Once the story stops, reality begins. Is your mind coming up with some good stories to get you to attach to it? Be aware. It's very cunning and clever. Did your mind want to count? Whenever I'm the inner I always hear the clock. When I'm stuck in my mind, I don't hear it at all. When you're in the seat of awareness, you'll hear a pin drop. When we used to meditate in the studio, I used to listen to the seconds on the clock sometimes. It was very slight. Only when you were really still could you hear them. The more aware you become, the more you step into that seat of awareness, you become aware of the slightest little thing. Stay with your body. It'll keep you awake, keep you conscious. If the mind starts dreaming, the body will get tense. Don't be afraid to move if you need to. Let nothing be a problem. Whenever you have a problem, you're stuck in the mind. What problem do you have at this moment? Did your mind quickly try to get your attention? Stay firm, stay steady. Don't go following the stream of thought that appears. Recognize it and let it go. Shift your awareness back to your body or your breath, feeling, listening. Let go. Surrender to the stillness that's always there. Don't get caught in any idea about meditation. Just meditation is just letting go, being completely at ease, just no dialogue, just completely at peace. That's you, the wholeness. It's there in all of us, waiting to be discovered. Most people's lives are so busy, they don't even have a glimpse of stillness, even in dreams at night, except in deep sleep. And then there's no awareness of it. Turn your awareness completely towards thinking and see how the mind stops. And it's only when you relax that attention that the mind will start up again. Duality starts with thinking, identifying with form. Space is always whole. I hope you heard that. That's our amazing. Just take a look at yourself. Who am I? Are you the thoughts? Can't be the thoughts because they're always changing. Leg cramp. Recognize the stillness that's always there. Even if you move around, change your position, stillness is unaffected. Identify with stillness, and life becomes beautiful. Identify with the mind, and it becomes frantic, problematic. It's your identity. Keep it where you need it. Knowing what you're aware of is a way to always be conscious. You have to be awake to know where your awareness is. When you identify with the mind, you become the dreamer, constantly spinning thoughts and dreams, ideas and memories. And awareness is asleep. When you get quiet, awareness awakens. When you step back from thought, you recognize, I, aware, am still here. And you become aware of all the subtle things around you. You become aware of the now, because that's all there is. The thoughts are dreams. So don't get stuck in a form of meditation. Meditate with your eyes open sometimes. You'll have a lot more things to be aware of without a dialogue. You can be the still awareness, walking, driving. When you're in the seat of awareness as a driver, you'll be the safest driver on the road because you'll be aware of everything that's happening around you. Most people, as they're driving, are dreaming. Some don't even remember the drive to their destination. They were so lost in dreams. You let her in. The more you visit stillness, the more you'll want to visit stillness. It's a very comfortable place. It's a holiday from the voice in the head and the problems that are constantly whirling in that voice. You're not going to be one or the other, but be more fluid. Be the stillness in the activity. You can step back when you're walking through the stores or driving your car. Step back from the dialogue and recognize the stillness that you are. Feel, listen, look. No story. I guess Maisie's saying it's time to break up the meditation. Anyway, take a look. Always evaluate your experience in meditation. I think so many times people get stuck in a habit of just sitting in a certain way, concentrating on certain things. Let your awareness expand. Let it be easy, relaxed. Try to find meditation in everything you do. It's always there. You're always the still awareness that's there in the background. We get lost, we get caught up in our lives, and we start to identify again with that thinker. And that's fun. But it's even more fun to know who you are and to not be swept away by thoughts, to start to look at your thoughts and get rid of the ones that are repetitive and that cause you pain and others pain, the judgments, the complaints. You know, anytime you hear your mind complaining, let that be an awakening. Step back and find that stillness. The minute you notice that you've got a complaint coming out of your mind, relax, feel, and listen just for a second or two. Starts to create that separate, you become you, and the mind becomes something that you use. It's much more useful in that way, choosing your thoughts rather than your thoughts telling you who you are. So I hope this helps, and I hope that find that peace. It's always there. There's never a time that I relax, feel, and listen that I don't step back into that peace, and my mind gives up for a few seconds. It's a wonderful little mini vacation, a mini meditation throughout the day. Just start to weave that into your day with little activities when you're cooking or walking or going to the mailbox. Little things that you do in a routine way. Make them a meditation by watching your mind as you walk to the mailbox. Be the stillness rather than the talker. So practice, practice, practice. I hope it helps. And it's helped me tremendously. I got to say, I'm happier than I've ever been with less than I've ever had. So hopefully that's true for you as well. So we'll have a Sunday class, but I think next week we're going to discontinue the videos, and maybe I don't know, maybe I'll find another way or something. I'm not sure how this is going to work yet, but this is a little uncomfortable. It's hard to get everybody aligned